Hey sis, have you ever felt the urge to respond to something immediately? Maybe something somebody said that bothered you, or maybe even a conversation that didn't even sit right, or maybe you felt misunderstood or disrespected. And right there in that moment, the reaction felt almost automatic. But one of the most powerful things though that we can learn is this. This is one of the things we can learn in life is that not everything deserves our reaction. Say I can't even get it out for laughing because not everything deserves your reaction, sis. It's like when we've been hurt or triggered, it can feel natural to boom, pop off and respond right away. But the thing is that psychology teaches us that emotional regulation, what it does is create space between what happens and how we respond. Yeah, this is like eye opening. Listen, sis. I'm going to say it again. Psychology teaches us that emotional regulation creates space between what happens and how we respond. And that pause is powerful because in that pause, what happens is we gain the opportunity to choose peace instead of reaction. I literally dealt with that today because there was something that I wanted to just respond to, but I didn't do it. I didn't even do it. And I actually felt good about it because I really wanted to just do the 411 and say this, that, and the other, but I didn't even do it. So that pause is literally powerful. And when I'm going through these things and telling you stuff, these are tools that I have to put in place as well. I'm not above any of this. I'm not immune to things happening or people popping off or me having to control and regulate myself as well. So this is a growing channel. We're growing together. So again, psychology teaches us that emotional regulation creates a space between what happens and how we respond to what happens. And that's why that pause is so powerful because in that pause, again, we gain the opportunity to choose peace instead of reacting. Okay? So in the book of Proverbs, it reminds us that a gentle answer turns away wrath. A gentle answer turns away wrath. Yeah. And so sometimes the most mature response isn't proving your point. I remember a quote I used to say when I used to watch Dr. Phil years ago. He said something to the effect of, he's like, do you want to be right or do you want to be healed? And that stuck with me because it's like, do you want to be right or do you want to be healed? So sometimes the most mature response is not even proving a point. Sometimes it's just protecting your peace. Because what happens is when you react to everything that offends you, you remain trapped in that cycle. You know? Yeah. If you gonna respond to every single thing that's you gonna let everything stick, you're gonna constantly be trapped into a cycle of responding, and you're not gonna have no peace. Yep. But when you become aware of what truly deserves your energy, then that's when the changes happen. Because then, and only then, is when you start to move differently. Because people can say things or do things, and you normally will react to it. But when you have that pause, and you think about, the opportunity to choose peace instead of reacting, it kind of makes you stop and think about it differently. And it's hard sometimes because especially if you're used to just boom, you're quick and you're on your feet with the words and the comebacks. Because your brain is wired to think fast. Like I'm a fast thinker, so I can think of something quick, but just because it's in my mind, does that mean I need to say it? No, not always. So that's why it's like Proverbs tells us and reminds us that, a gentle answer turns away wrath. Because there's no point in going around and around and around, because the thing is that not everything requires a response. Sometimes people are looking for your response because they're used to you popping off. How about switching it up? Don't give them one. Okay? Don't even give them one. Because, like I said, if you're going to constantly react to everything that offends you, because you're going to be offended, like people are going to be offensive at times, that's just life. But if you react to every single thing that offends you, then that's when you get trapped in the cycle. Sometimes you got to let people be who they are. You don't have to respond to everything. You just don't. And then when you become aware of, like I said, what truly deserves your energy, that's when the switch happens. Because that's when you start to move differently. That's when you start guarding your peace. That's when you begin to respond in wisdom instead of reacting from emotions. That's when you realize, what the heck, not all this reserve deserved my reaction. I'm not even gonna react. I'm gonna walk away. I'm gonna go walk. I'm gonna listen to my music. I'm gonna hop on my treadmill. I'm gonna get in my car. I'm gonna go get me something to eat. I'm gonna watch me a movie. I'm gonna put my headphones on and tune it out. Like, these are all choices that you could do. Or you could just not even say nothing. Don't even give it the satisfaction, because not everything requires a response anyways. Sometimes just walk away. Yep. Because here's the thing, sis, protecting your peace, that's not a weakness. That's a strength. That's a strength, because if you're up here emotionally and you're feeling good and feeling great today and you're in great spirits, why let somebody bring you down to where they are? Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Now we all kind of, have our good days and bad days, but for the most part, try to just stay leveled up and just don't even respond to everything, okay? And so protecting your peace is wisdom, okay? So just don't even let people just upset you just for no reason. And so just remember that, like, protecting your peace sometimes means refusing to react to everything that tries to disturb your peace. That's a word right there, isn't it? All right. If this message helped you provide some clarity, please like and subscribe. And as always, I'm wishing you peace, love, joy, and happiness. All right. Have a great day, guys. Bye.